move on to item 29 on our agenda, which is a resolution proclaiming the month of April 2024 County of San Luis Obispo Crime Victims' Rights Awareness Month. And Supervisor Ortiz-Legg will read the resolution.
Thank you. Yes, this resolution is proclaiming the month of April 2024 as San Luis Obispo County Crime Victims' Rights Awareness Month, whereas the County of San Luis Obispo District Attorney's Office Christopher G. Money Victim Witness Assistance Center is declaring April as the Crime Victims' Right Awareness Month and is asking our community to join others across our state and nation to celebrate the national theme, How Would You Help? Options, services, and hope for crime survivors. And whereas reaching and serving all victims of crime is essential to supporting thriving communities because those who receive holistic services and support are more likely to remain invested in their communities. And whereas engaging a broader array of healthcare providers, community leaders, faith organizations, educators, and businesses can provide new links between victims and services that improve their safety, healing, and access to justice. And whereas advocacy by and for victims of crime is itself a form of seeking justice, no less than justice sought in the courts. And whereas the accomplishments of the victims' rights movement, achieved through compassion and collaboration and built on the courageous advocacy of individual victims and their families across the country, inspire in us hope for the future, progress, and greater healing. And whereas we are committed to respond to crime and violence by helping victims find not only support, recovery, and justice, but also a sense of hope in their future. And whereas Crime Victims' Rights Awareness Month provides an opportunity for all of us to recommit to ensuring that accessible, appropriate, and trauma-informed services are offered to all victims of crime. And whereas the County of San Luis Obispo District Attorney's Office Christopher G. Money Victim Witness Assistance Center remains steadfastly dedicated to strengthening victims and survivors in the aftermath of crime, building resilience in our communities, our victim service providers, and bringing hope and healing to all victims and survivors. Now, therefore, be it resolved in order that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby designate April 2024 as the San Luis Obispo County Crimes Victims' Rights Awareness Month, and in doing so, reaffirms our commitment to respect.
Great. And I'd like to invite Jessica Yates and the team to come up and accept the resolution, and we'll take a couple photos.
Thank you very much, and good morning, Madam Chair, board members, staff, community members. As introduced, I'm Eric Dobroth, the Assistant District Attorney here in San Luis Obispo County. Our District Attorney, Mr. Dow, could not make it today. As you know, he's deployed. We do look forward to his return probably the first week of May or so, but I can assure you that Mr. Dow's commitment, the commitment of our office to the protection of victims and their rights has never been stronger. Thank you for making this annual proclamation a priority for our county. By doing so, you're helping to create an environment where victims of crime feel safe to report it and confident knowing that offenders will be held accountable. So 2024 marks the 47th anniversary of the Christopher G. Money Victim Witness Assistance Center, one of the oldest in the state. Our hard-working Victim Witness Assistance Center staff are privileged to serve thousands of victims and witnesses each year. Our advocates have a strong passion for the great and important work that they do. They truly care about each and every victim. You will see, as was handed out to you, I'd like to cordially invite you and the community as well to join us for a commemorative event on Thursday, April 25th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Ludwig Center just down the road here at 864 Santa Rosa Street. The event will feature several guest speakers who will provide information on local resources and outline victims' rights. Look forward to seeing you folks there. Finally, I want to recognize that we don't do this work alone. We count on many great partners in our community who serve victims. The Sheriff's Office, County Probation, all of our local law enforcement and first responder agencies, the Health Department, Department of Social Services, and community organizations such as Lumina Alliance, the Center for Family Strengthening, Restorative Partners, Family Care Network, and many, many others. At this point in time, Director of our Victim Witness Assistance Center, Jessica Yates, would like to address the board. We thank you again for your time and commitment to recognizing victims' rights. Jessica?
Thank you.
There we go. Good morning, Madam Chair and board members. And thank you, Mr. Dobroth, for the introduction. I am very blessed to be the director of the Christopher G. Many Victim Witness Assistance Center. And I appreciate all of you for the time that you give us all today and the time that you dedicate to our community. Many are not aware of what the center's role is within the district attorney's office unless they unfortunately need our services. So very briefly, what I wanted to do today was something that we do is educate people on what we're here for. Even my own daughter still kind of understands what I do, but it's like, what do you do at work again, Mama? And so what we do with our 27 staff, which consists of 23 county employees and 4 Cal Poly interns, is we do serve every victim and crime survivor in San Luis Obispo County. We provide services to witnesses, victim survivors, and their surviving family members of victims of violent crime that include intimate partner violence, child abuse, sexual assault, elderly dependent adult abuse, and crimes against people with disabilities. The services that we offer an orientation to the criminal and victim justice system, which is ever-changing and very confusing, so we have to keep up on all the changing laws and try to let our people know what they are. We give court escorts, we do public service announcements, give updates on case status. We do family, friend, and employer notification, because sometimes people don't want to call their employer and tell them what happened to them last night. And so we will do that on their behalf. We do help with funeral arrangements to make sure the family is connected to things, and a lot of times the funeral can get covered through our Cal Victim Compensation Board, and people don't know that, so we're like, hey, if you're a victim, reach out, see what we can do for you. We do crisis intervention, we give emergency assistance with food and gas cards, sometimes we put people up in hotels, we give referrals to community assistance and behavioral health services. Mr. Dobroth was talking about all of our community partners. And we assist with the California Victim Compensation Board applications, helping with the application process, and advising victims of what they're entitled to, and their surviving family members if the victim did not make it through their crime. We help with property return, and we offer training to county and community partners. We do have translation services available in every language by telephone or video conference, and on-site we have Spanish and now a German translator. In the event of a mass victimization event in our county, we have a crisis response team ready to deploy to be of assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and even a courthouse support dog. The District Attorney's Office Child Abuse Interview Team Program Manager, Katie Robinson, and I have been collaborating with Lisa Frazier at the Center for Family Strengthening, with several people from the County Public Health, there's a Suspected Abuse Response Team, SART, and the County Administrator's Office, and local law enforcement in order to open up a brick and mortar child advocacy center this next month here in San Luis Obispo County. That is truly a collaboration between the county and the nonprofits. And so I just, again, wanted to thank the board for unanimously, very difficult word to say, supporting that endeavor. So we're, when we do have it completely open, we definitely want you guys to come down and see the amazing work that the nonprofits in the county is doing and what we're going to be able to do for the children in that center. And later, I believe you are going to hear from the Center for Family Strengthening, but I don't see Lisa here yet. But and as you know, we are here today to recognize April as National Crime Victim Rights Awareness Month. And when we say that, I know some individuals may have an issue with the word victim. But a victim is defined under the California Constitution as a person who suffers direct or threatened physical, psychological, or financial harm as a result of the commission or attempted commission of a crime or a delinquent act. The term victim also includes the person's spouse, parents, children, siblings, or guardian, and includes a lawful representative of a crime victim who is deceased, a minor, or physically or psychologically incapacitated. The term victim does not include a person in custody to an offense, the accused, or a person whom the court finds would not act in the best interest of a minor victim. We are mandated by law to assist these victims, and that really is our purpose. But some members of the public, again, question why we say victims' rights and not surviving rights. And that was actually a question that was posed to us after last year's presentation. What I feel I needed to talk about today and bring up is the fact that not all individuals survive the crime. Some individuals physically pass away while others do not, and they physically survive, but for part of them is never really the same. They're never who they were prior to the crime, and they feel that part of them is lost forever. We want to recognize that we are here to support those families and loved ones of those who do not survive. We are here for those who physically survived that need assistance and resources to heal through their trauma and get back as much of what they lost as possible. And we're here for those who would never call themselves a victim and only want to be referred to as survivors. The impact we are having on survivors in our community cannot be quantified, but in the words taken from a thank you card regarding one of our staff, my amazing assistant director, Beth Robb. It's a little excerpt because a thank you letter would take about 10 minutes to read. She said, "She was next to me, her hand on my back. She knew when I needed a break and when I didn't. She was there for me. After 40 years, she was the first person there for me. So many lives are impacted by what she does. I know mine has been touched, and she kept me calm. I will forever whisper her name in my prayers." So for that, I want to thank you guys for always supporting the center and the Child Advocacy Center and everything that we do. And if you can make our event amazing, and thank you very much for your time today. And thank you to Beth and our entire team.
Thank you, Jessica. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to additional public comment. I don't see any requests to speak. I'll go ahead and close public comment and bring this back to the board here for comments. Supervisor Gibson.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. I just acknowledge our victim witness program and the incredible humanity you display as you confront some of the worst acts that humans can commit. I appreciate you being there and wish you well in your future work.
Supervisor Teasley.
Yes, thanks for bringing this forward and to, again, the awareness for our community that this center exists and all that goes on there in regards to providing the support that's so necessary and needed. I thought what was really important is the statement you made about the evolving laws and how to have something happen to you and be a victim and then try to get through the judicial system, and what a challenge that must be, and to have you there and to have the warmth and the knowledge and all of that is so important. And then to be just on the forefront in the state, this leadership that you've demonstrated is just really remarkable, and we're very proud. So we look forward to your event.
Supervisor Basham.
Yeah, I just want to thank you to add my 2 cents in here. You've done an incredible job under very, very difficult circumstances, and so thank you for all that you do. And I just want to remind people that may be listening at home that they are having this advocacy event on April 25th, and so please get information on that. And you can follow, I think that's all up on your social media pages, so thank you.
Supervisor Paulding.
And to Eric and Jessica, thank you so much. And it's very clear that you go beyond legal mandates and what you do because you care. And to that, I'm very thankful for what you do.
And I just want to thank you again for being here. And Jessica, as you said, you know, people that tune into this that are completely unaware that the county has this program, very important program. But beyond the program, I mean, your team has just been working together so long and doing such amazing work. I think you've taken it to a new level, and the county is very lucky to have you all. So thank you.